Hi kiddos! I hope everyone's having a good day today, and I hope you guys are all doing great as well too. Today I'm going to read us a new book called All the Way to America by Dan Yaccarino. This is a true story. It really happened. Let's see. My great-grandfather Michael Yaccarino grew up on a farm in Sorrento, Italy. When he was a boy, his father gave him a little shovel so he could help tend the zucchini, tomatoes, and strawberries that his family sold in the village. They worked very hard, but were always very poor. Here's the family farming. Look at all their fruits and vegetables. Let's see. And so when he was a young man, Michael left Italy and went all the way to America in search of a new opportunity. Work hard, his father told him, handing him the little shovel. But remember to enjoy life and never forget your family, his mother said. She hugged him and gave him their few family photographs and her recipe for tomato sauce. Look, he's gonna get on a boat, a ship, all the way to America. Let's see. It was a long journey, and how different New York was from his tiny village in Italy. Like many immigrants passing through Ellis Island at the turn of the century, he was given a new name. Michael Yaccarino was now Michael Yaccarino. He was happy to be in America, but never forgot his family in Sorrento. Here's New York City. And there's Michael with his new name. Let's see. Friends from home helped each other in this new country. Michael found work in a bakery owned by a man who had also come from Sorrento. Michael polished his little shovel till it shined and he used it to measure out flour and sugar. Look, now he works at a bakery. Michael met Adeline, and soon they were married. They found an apartment in a neighborhood called Little Italy, where many other recent immigrants lived as well. They had 5 children and did their best to teach them to work hard, enjoy life, and love their family. Back then, they didn't have cars. Look, they have horses. There's the family. Michael started his own business as a pushcart peddler and continued to use the little shovel, this time to measure out dried fruits and nuts. His oldest son was named Aniello, but everyone called him Dan. Back then, children often had to leave school to help support their families. So from the age of 12, Dan worked for his father. He sold fruits and nuts, and there's his son, Dan, helping him. When Dan grew up, he married Helen. These are my grandparents. Together, Dan and Helen opened a market. They sold all sorts of wonderful Italian food. Now the little shovel belonged to Dan, and he used it to measure out beans, macaroni, and olives. Ooh, look, now they have a market. Look at all those delicious foods. Dan had always dreamed of living in the country, so he and Helen bought a house with a big yard and raised a family there. He loved having everyone over for Sunday dinners. That looks beautiful. Look at that Sunday dinner. Yum. Dan's love of cooking led him to open a restaurant. He made pizza, eggplant parmigiana, and spaghetti, with all his grandparents' tomato sauce, of course. Dan's son, Mike, would help out in the kitchen after school. Yum, look at those pizzas. Delicious at the restaurant. By now, the family was so large that celebrations were held at the restaurant. Everyone would come together to talk, laugh, and of course, eat. Look at the family eating dinner, all together. When Mike was a young man, he married Elaine. These are my parents. Mike opened a barber shop and he used the little shovel to pour rock salt over the sidewalk whenever it snowed. Look, now he has a barber shop where you go to get your hair cut. I grew up in a big house in the suburbs, not far from my grandparents. We had a garden in the backyard, and I would help my father tend to the tomato plants. And there's a little boy, and he's helping his dad with the garden, the tomatoes. Every year, my parents would take my brother, my sister, and me to the Feast of San Gennaro in Little Italy. We watched the parade, listened to Italian folk songs, and ate hot zeppoli. I love New York City. I love New York City too. It's a really fun city. So when I grew up, I moved back to the city where my great-grandparents, Michael, had lived. Work hard, my father told me as he handed me the little shovel, but remember to enjoy life. And don't forget to call your family, said my mother. Looks like Michael's doing the same thing that his great-great-grandfather did. Moved to New York City. I did work hard, and after a few years, I became an author and illustrator, creating books for children. Then I married Sue, and soon our son was born. He is named Michael, after my father and great-grandfather. Look, he became an author, and now he writes books for you, for us. Now I watch Michael and his sister Lucy work on our small terrace with the very same shovel that their great-great-grandfather brought all the way to America. We grow zucchini, tomatoes, and strawberries. I do my best to teach them to work hard, enjoy life, and love their family. The end. I hope you liked my story today. I hope you have a great day as well, and I'll see you all tomorrow.